Welcome to another Vino and Cisco podcast.
Yes, sir. Turn your camera on.
I am. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? My voice is a little off right now because COVID. Not just kidding. I have COVID. I'm sick, dude. My throat's a little off.
You sound horrible.
I'm
Just so
sorry.
you know, you sound absolutely horrible.
I'm drinking some tea.
Some tea. Some tea.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Vino? We haven't talked in a month.
Yeah, yeah. You just I don't put business out there, but
doing this on me, okay?
You're like one of the laziest guys.
No, I'm not.
So let me put it this way, right? Mm-hmm. Over time, people's behavior evolve, right? It's a natural evolution that comes with age and maturity, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yours, since I've known you, let's see, it's 10 plus years, probably going on 15 years, has not changed.
Really?
You were lazy, you are lazy, and it feels like you will continue to be lazy. But hey, guess what? At least you're staying consistent, my friend.
First of all, I don't know what you're talking about because the whole time I worked at UPS, I had 2 jobs and I was going to USC and going into university. So okay. I don't know how you can say that's lazy.
Well, we all know the real story, how we met. So I'll leave it at that. You know, I don't want to talk about them. All good, right? I just leave it at that. Like, we know the truth. Let's. I
know. It's okay. Hey, look there's ways to apply yourself, obviously, and there's other ways to apply yourself. So I'll leave it at that.
Put it this way: I applied myself in all ways, right? Mental aspect, the strategic aspect, right? You checked out when it came to like doing work. You just showed up. I mean, like showing up is just showing up is not enough. Like I told somebody that today that I said, well, I came to work. I'm like, you're like a skeletal. Like you could have stayed in your car, right? Showing up is just not enough. Showing up is not enough. You got to show up and add value. You got to make a difference, right?
I understand that. And I think it's the mentality I have is that you get what you pay for.
Well,
you get what you pay for.
I don't know how much
that other company, paid, but they got what they paid for. At that other company, they got what they paid for. So
well, they paid me good. So
well, they did it.
I wasn't a support function. Let's leave it at that.
Your operations.
There you go. We make it happen.
Very well. Happy October month, Halloween month, Mr. Alvino.
Wow. What are your thoughts on Halloween, man?
What am I going to do for Halloween?
What are your thoughts on Halloween?
I love Halloween. That's like one of my favorite holidays.
Really?
Yeah. I love it, dude.
That's interesting.
And I'm Christian, so
that's why I'm saying that's interesting.
Yeah. So like Catholics and I don't know. Catholics celebrate Halloween, don't they?
I don't know. I think they.
There's a lot of Christians. There's a lot of Christians that celebrate. It just depends on, I guess, what is it, the denomination? You know what I mean? I don't know. I've always loved the holiday. For me, it's just brings back good memories as a child. Going trick or treating with my mom and my brothers and stuff like that, and it's always been fun. And I like dressing up. It's cool.
For me, just the whole concept of Halloween, right? The costumes and all, the costumes and everything is, I guess folks, that it's just another platform to showcase what we do on social media right now. Anyways, folks are living outside of who they are, right? So the costumes and all that, it is what it is, right? But when it comes to the actual concept of Halloween and on how we get so entangled with death and the dead and all that stuff, and it's just from my beliefs, it's something that I stay away from, right? I stay away from that. It's just bad energy to me. Let's put it that way. So,
Well,
um,
social media is a false reality, buddy.
oh,
Like,
absolutely,
things that people put on social media, it's all fake.
absolutely,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? It's just like you're portraying this fake
Persona.
life.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
it's fake.
I
Like
agree.
all the
I
pictures
agree.
that people put, like, oh, look at me, I'm in, I'm traveling, or oh, I have a boyfriend, I love him so much, or I have a
I agree.
girlfriend.
I
It's a
agree.
bunch of baloney.
I
People
agree.
hate each other like their wives, they're cheating on their husbands, their wives and stuff. It's a bunch of baloney. It's funny because you see all these pictures on Facebook and on Instagram and on Snapchat and stuff. You see like people that they're cheating on their spouses, and they're right there like taking pictures with them and stuff. It's like, wow.
Yeah, social media is just
Mhm.
and it's good, right? Because for me, with folks like all around the world, it helps me connect with people, right? And from a business standpoint, with my Vino Inspires, it helps me like connect with people on that level also, right? So, but hey, to each his own.
I like it to talk smack. That's why I'm banned right now from Facebook. I got like maybe 10 hours left.
Because Mark has your number, man. How many times have you been banned?
Oh, this is my fourth time. This is a week long ban. I don't care anyway. I don't like
Like
Facebook. It's
you're
stupid.
off of Facebook or just from like going live?
No, Facebook, just commenting or even adding people. It's
So
ridiculous. So stupid.
you guess who's never been banned from Facebook?
Who?
Me.
You? Yeah, because okay, this is the problem. This is the problem I have. Is you can't be opinionative anymore on Facebook. You can't give it your opinion
Yeah, but you got to
because
use
everybody
wisdom
gets
on how
freaking
you.
offended.
You
Offended
you're a
about what?
USC. You're a USC grad. You got to use wisdom in posting.
Wisdom for what?
You can't just go and say folks are idiots
Why
and
not?
talk. You can't do that.
I can. It's a freedom of speech.
Well, to each
But you
his own.
get
That's why.
offended by it. See, this is the problem I have right now with
No, 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 no.
society, with
This
the
is the
the
very
ge- the
problem I
generation.
have also with folks that back the freedom of speech clause. I'm
Yeah,
okay with you doing. Listen, I'm okay with you, asserting your freedom of speech right. There's absolutely no issues with that. It is a choice that you make. Understand that choices have rewards and consequence. The consequence of you speaking up got you banned. So deal with it.
I know. I don't care. It's stupid. But it's like, okay, so you can't give your opinion anymore on Facebook because you have the LGBT community and the generation. What do they call Gen Z? Whatever these, they're just a bunch of, you know, I can't even say the word because then people are gonna get offended.
Yeah, don't
Bunch of
get us
sissies.
banned. Don't get
It's
us
a bunch
banned
of
now.
it's a bunch of sissies, man. It's like, dude, everybody gets offended by everything. Like LGBT community, man. This whole cancel culture, it's making me sick. It's like, dude, so the LGBT community can get away with a bunch of stuff. Like they can say whatever they want. They can give their opinion about things, but a heterosexual man, heterosexual woman can't give their opinion about that community. It's wrong. I have a
Well,
problem with that.
the problem is, and listen, right? And we can. I don't really like referring to them as with any special like titles, right?
Yeah, I know.
They're folks that have different beliefs in regards to their sexuality, and I'm okay with that. And
Okay.
I'm okay with that from the understanding that they're making a choice to live a certain way. What I have an issue with sometimes is, well, guess what? Everybody else, we also that have opposing views, we have we should be able to live our lives and not be worried about saying things or doing things that offend other people, right? I
Yeah.
get it. They're a minority, right? They're a
We're all
minority. So,
minorities. You're a minority. I'm a minority.
right. So, but in a way, they're
So
protected, right? But
we're all
it's
protected.
just it's too much noise, man. And
This is
listen, I have nothing. I'll say this again. I say it behind closed doors. I'll say it in public, right? From a religious background, I know my beliefs, right?
Yeah.
But from that same religious background, I must understand that what scripture says about loving everyone, right?
Yes. I
I
agree
am
with you.
not to judge, right? Because I will be judged also, right? So to each his own. I just think that we have to come to a place where we're comfortable with each other, and we can speak without retribution from they control the media.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of them
Understand that,
work for the media. This is the
right?
problem I have. Okay, when I used to work at another company, all right, we had this person that, she's gay, whatever, LGBT, and right away, like she'll let I didn't even know at first. She didn't have to broadcast it. You can tell right away. And then she's like, well, I'm gay, and I'm like, I know that already. You don't have to broadcast it to me. And like every reference, it was just like me and my partner, this and that. It's like, dude, stop trying to tell all your coworkers that you're gay. Like we already know that, and we don't care. We don't care
It
that you're
should be
gay.
a non
We
it
just don't care.
should be a non-issue. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
So it's like, why do you have to reference your sexual orientation to all of us? It's like
If
me
you're
saying, well, I'm
seeking
straight.
if you're seeking equality, then you can't continue to act like you're coming from a lower position, right?
Yeah. And I
You
remember
don't
that
go around
person.
telling people, my wife, my wife, my wife, my
Right.
girlfriend. Yeah,
Exactly. And I don't. I did it. The,
right.
the problem I had with that person is like that person was such a like just like a evil person in our what was it called, like with our
Works.
coworkers and stuff like that. She was a backstabber, and she was like just evil, you know what I mean? So she basically makes that community look really bad, like her promoting, first of all, promoting what her sexual orientation was, which we didn't care. We didn't treat her differently. We
Yeah,
treated her
like
the same as any
you
other
gotta love them.
coworker.
I've got folks that
You know what I mean?
I speak to. They're actually friends of mine, right?
Yeah.
You gotta love people for who they are. Now, their sexual beliefs and orientation, hey, I cannot control that. They have their belief, I have mine, and we move. At the end of the day, we all know there will be a time of judgment, and that's not for me to
this
pass on that.
particular this particular person, it was hard for our coworkers, even myself, to kind of like just the
Mm.
way she was, just a backstabber and
I
betrayal.
don't think it's
So
got anything to do. If you have someone that you have problems with from a personality standpoint, I don't think it's got anything to do with their sexuality. They're just
I
idiots.
know it doesn't.
They're just idiots. you know,
I guess you're
White,
right.
black, gray, brown.
Yeah.
Yep, they're just idiots.
Yellow, black, orange.
Exactly. You've got idiots in every color,
I
race,
know,
creed,
man.
and
Trust
sexual
me.
orientation. Hey,
Trust me.
it's a good way to segue into our first topic of the day, because last week there was a lot of hoopla, right, surrounding John Gruden. Obviously,
Right.
I think you've got some of that info. You saw a lot of it on the news. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, I'm a Raider fan, first of all. And, at first, and this is one of the main reasons why I got banned. It was because at first it came out with, oh, he came out, he made an anti-gay slur or email. He's sending emails regarding whatever, against the LGBT community. And at first I was like, okay, this email was like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? But then the next day or the next morning, ESPN started coming up with that it was not just one email. It was like countless emails about John Gruden and his racist and homophobic and all that stuff, right? You heard about it.
Yeah, I think it's a flip. I think it started with some emails um, 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 about a particular person, African American, the guy that was the PA for the
Yeah,
NFL Players Association,
the Player
about big
Association,
hits,
he's the
right? That
president of the NFLPA or
was right,
whatever.
Morris Smith. So it
Yeah,
started with that, and it felt like, right? It felt like that drama or controversy was dying down, and that's the So I go to a lot of Black media. They're like, oh, you know what? When he was just talking bad about Black people, he'd almost survived it, right? And then all of a sudden he talks bad. They see emails about gays and he gets fired.
See,
Did you
that was
hear
my
that?
yes, that was my problem. It was like, okay, so you can't, even with me on Facebook, it's like I make a remark about the LGBT community and I get banned. Like, really, dude? Like, I see a bunch of stuff like racially
Insensitive.
offensive comments about like African Americans, about Hispanics, and no, those people don't get banned. They're constantly still writing comments, but oh my God, we can't talk about the LGBT community because we get banned. That's my problem. Is that what happens with freedom of speech? And what, we can't give our opinion anymore? I mean, we can give our opinion as long as it's not bashing the LGBT community. It's just ridiculous. It makes me sick. That's the problem I have. Seriously, I have
So,
that. That's my
do you
problem.
think, do you think, do you think he should have been fired?
Yeah, he should have been fired because now, I was hearing the next day. I was hearing Keyshawn Johnson. I mean, I don't know if you remember. He was on that Tampa Bay Buccaneer Super Bowl championship team.
Yep.
I don't remember. So he was saying, oh, John Gruden was a fraud, and I always said he was a fraud. And so it sounded like John Gruden was like one of those like two-faced dudes.
But here's my thing, and
What?
it's not just with John Gruden. This is
It's a
something
bunch of white people that do that.
it's just something I despise, right? No, but here's my point. Yes, I knew Keyshawn and John never got along, right? It's not
Everybody
news.
knew that.
Right.
I mean,
However, all these things about him being a fraud and all these extra details we'd never heard. And some of these other people coming out and saying, well, John did this to me. It's like, you never said anything. Like, people like jumping on other people when they're down.
yeah, jumping on the bandwagon. I get it.
Right. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Like, listen, he got fired. That was his consequence for his action. It is what it is. Let it be. Now, all of a sudden, everyone has a voice.
I know. I saw that.
And just piling on it. It's like crazy. But, I asked myself, because there's no simple answer to this, right? What he said about the African-American guy.
I mean, it was offensive.
It was offensive. Yes. Insensitive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
At the least. Yes.
Yeah.
What he said about the gay folks.
Well, I think he called the commissioner like he used a homophobic.
Right.
Yeah, was it faggot or something like that? I don't know.
We don't use that word here. Bleep it.
Right? Oh, shut up.
Yeah. So, so my thing is, yes, it was 10 years ago. I get that.
And there were emails when he was working for ESPN.
I think it was just a scapegoat, man, to be honest with you, because I think that language is pervasive in the NFL. As a matter of fact, here's the hypocrisy about the NFL, right? Right?
Yeah.
Next year's Super Bowl, it's in LA. Have you seen their lineup?
Are you talking about with the halftime show? Yeah, it's going to be Snoop Dogg.
Those folks in that show that the NFL has employed got lyrics worse than what John Gruden has ever said.
Yeah, I know.
So, and folks will say they're artists. Yeah, but it's where do you draw the line? It's hypocrisy.
In LA.
Like, I'm not backing
they're all LA artists. So of course you're going to have Snoop Dogg, Dr.
Yes,
Dre,
but
Eminem.
That's not the point I'm trying to make. If you're saying what John Gruden did is offensive, and guess what? I am not backing him because it was. I'm just saying, let that be the line of threshold and hold it there, right? You can't say what John Gruden did was offensive and then you go hire someone that said worse.
Well,
how does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. That's the thing. See, another thing is there's a hypocrisy in ESPN too, because Stephen A. Smith has said some offensive stuff too. And he's still employed there. I mean,
didn't he say something about Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah, and about like Asians and stuff like that. So he gets to, just because he can use the race card because he's African American. He can talk about other minorities. No.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of Stephen A. I think he's an idiot also.
Yeah, he is. I don't like him.
He has this character that he goes into, and I guess people jump up for it. He makes a
Start
lot of money.
screaming and all that crap. I
Yeah,
hate
like
all
$10
that.
million spitting on people. You know, it is what it is. It's
And he
just
got Max. What's the guy? His partner
Kellerman.
Max
Kellerman.
Keller. Is
Yeah,
that his name?
Kellerman.
Yeah, he got him fired. You
I
know what I
heard
mean?
he got it moved. Yeah,
So it's like, dude. I mean, whatever. I don't want to, go off topic with Stephen A. Smith and stuff. But I'm just saying that if we're gonna criticize, if we're gonna talk about other people, and racism and all this, let's be consistent and let's like not be hypocrites about it.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I
Right?
agree. I agree.
So, and I'm a racist. No, I'm just kidding.
You might be.
Yeah, dude.
I give you the side eye every time. Like, watch him. Hey, watch him.
We're all racist, man.
Hey,
We
but
all
guess
have
what?
biases, bro. All of us.
Unconscious and conscious, absolutely.
Yes, we all have biases, and
You do.
if I'm gonna, yeah, I'm a racist. I say racist things sometimes. Why? Because I mean, it just comes out. I mean, it's just a bias that I have. I don't know. I'm not trying to
It
be
just
racist
doesn't
either.
come out. I believe everything that comes out of our mouth is something that is in our hearts.
That's
And
right.
sometimes it slips out, yeah, because we lack, even if you try and keep it down, occasionally it comes out. So it is what it is. I think if anyone says they don't have an unconscious bias, they're lying. I do. We all do, right?
I have.
We
You
say
know I
things
do.
that we don't consider bias at all, but from the other perspective, it's like, what did you say? That kind of thing,
Yeah.
But speaking of LA, right? And I think you saw me on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I consider myself an independent. More times than not, I vote on the conservative wing because they agree and they're in consonance with my values. However, the mayoral race for 2022 in Los Angeles, day one, the moment she put her hat in, without even an iota of doubt, I put my full weight behind Congresswoman Karen Bass. I think she's done so much, in regards to bringing people together. I think she's fought for her constituency in Washington. She's really helped out, nations in Africa and underprivileged and developing nations, if you will. And I think she's the person that can bring us together. I was at the event on Saturday. It was, Antonio Villaraigosa was there.
I saw that.
He was there.
Got to get that Hispanic community involved now.
No, she actually has a coalition, and she started it. Part of the reason why Antonio won was because of people like Karen Bass was on his team.
What is she? Is she like a congresswoman?
She's a congresswoman, dude. She's been a community leader, an activist. She was in the state legislature. She was Speaker of the House of California. Right? She went to Congress. She's done amazing things. And she said she's coming back home. I think it's a no doubter. I think she
is going to win. I think so. I mean, she's very popular. She's came out on CNN and the Bill Maher show. I don't know. I mean, I don't see anybody else. I mean, honestly, I don't really care because I don't live in LA, and I'm kind of surprised that you care because you don't even live in LA anymore. So I don't even know why you even care.
Why not? I work in LA. You
don't live in LA, buddy.
I don't live in LA, but I work in LA. I spend a lot of time in LA. I've got a lot of folks in LA. So I think it's something that
Do you still vote in LA?
I do.
You already changed your voting, huh?
I did. But I can influence a lot of decisions.
You can just change it back.
I can influence a lot as a community leader. I can influence a lot of decisions in LA. So I'm officially going to join her campaign, right?
You're going to join her campaign.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yes.
That's too much, bro.
Well, guess what? That's who I am, right?
Who's going to win? Who's gonna challenge her?
Well, there's some few names that's come up.
If it's a Republican, he's not gonna win LA. I'm sorry.
Joe Buscaino,
it has to be another Democrat.
Yeah. Oh, obviously. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a Hispanic challenger comes in, you might give her, a little
Oh,
challenge.
absolutely, because the demographic in LA is so skewed, right? With
Yes,
yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of.
yeah, but she's got a coalition that is tough to beat, man. Because so she's got the hardline Democrats, she's got the half and half Democrats, she's got the independents, she's got even the moderate Republicans, right? She's got them. She's got the women.
Well, yeah,
Absolutely. And I don't think over the last I don't think we've ever had a female mayor in the city, to be honest with you.
no,
As a matter of fact, we've never
I've
had
never
one.
seen it in my lifetime.
So
With,
as a
with
girl
the,
dad, I'm all for
with
Congresswoman
Antonio
Grandma.
Villaraigosa's endorsement, I think she's gonna get a big group of Hispanics voting for
Absolutely.
her.
But Antonio is not the
You know?
most popular in the Hispanic community,
He's
though.
not.
Yeah, yeah. Like even the reception that he got wasn't like too
They're
hot.
like, boo.
No, it was just like, oh yeah, like you could feel that he was warm. It wasn't like,
Didn't
you know.
he get caught? Wasn't it the scandal? He was cheating on his wife or something.
Yes,
He's
he's
a
married
scumbag.
now with a
He's just a
mistress.
scumbag. Period. He's a scumbag. If I was her, I'd be like,
Antonio!
I don't want your endorsement, scumbag.
He's got this little thing with his hair now where
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying to get a mullet. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
I thought he had a really good chance of going up the political ladder, if you will.
Yeah.
I thought after his mayoral thing, it was actually going to go in for the governorship. And I saw him as someone that would even eventually end up in Washington as a senator. I don't know what happened. I think that scandal really
the scandal.
Yeah, I think that scandal really put a lot on him.
And there's a lot of stuff that he did wrong in LA too, I think.
Oh, really?
So yeah, just okay. So if we're gonna stay in LA, this homeless crisis, man, I keep on going over there. I know you're over there because you work over there, you see it there. What the hell is going on, bro? What is going on?
It's crazy.
We got 10 cities in areas that I've never seen that before.
It's listen, LA, no, let's say California's got the 5th biggest economy in the world, right? And that's from analysis done years back. I don't know what it sits at now with COVID and all that good stuff, but when you think about what the things that we have here, the money that goes here, the taxes that we pay, right? I'm not lying to you. Downtown, 5th, San Pedro, from 5th Street down to, I want to say to 8th, from Santee all the way down to, what is that? All the way down to Town. Yeah, right around there, or Crocker. It is a mess. It looks like a third world country.
Yeah. I don't want to describe it as a mess.
It looks like a third world.
It's a nightmare, bro.
There's people everywhere. There's like drug paraphernalia on the floor.
I don't get it.
It's bad. Why? How did it get so bad?
So who do we blame? Will we blame the mayor?
I
mean, do we blame him? We have to, right?
At some point, responsibility. Yeah, you have to blame someone, right?
Be the mayor. What is he doing about it?
Granted, some folks, right? Some folks that are out there. I know someone out there that's that they told me they're only there to and I'll just stop that. But their motive for being out there was not right.
Well, they're there to smoke crack.
Their motive.
They're just there to smoke crack and get high.
Their motive for being there was not right. And
I'm telling you this right now. So I've met volunteers that work for clearing up all the obviously what is it called, Skid Row, volunteers that help these people get housing, and a lot of them don't want to get off the street. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly,
so we
exactly,
need to get them out. Like you
exactly,
force them out of there, or
exactly.
find a spot and tell them, look here, you guys can't be in downtown LA. You need to be in these areas, designated areas where they can be there, and that's it. You know what I mean? Get them out because it's embarrassing. Like when tourists come and they're like, they think like the city is trash, bro, and it looks like trash. It is. Everywhere you go, you see these tent cities, and you're like, what is
It's
the
you
mayor
gotta
doing
do.
about
What's
it?
the fix? What's the fix?
I'm
How do we
telling
fix?
you, they need to have designated areas where they go and say, hey, first of all, they need to walk through all those tents and say, hey, starting so and so date, you guys need to get out of here, or we're gonna move you.
And go
We're gonna
where?
have these designated areas and look at the city. The city owns a lot of land, and a lot of the land they have is vacant. They don't have, they're not using it. So put them there for now, or build housing for them. You know what I mean? Temporary housing or these little homes or something like that. I don't know, man, but just leaving them out there, it's not good, dude. It makes the city look horrible. It just does.
It really does.
Yeah,
There's something has to be done. I know that something
yeah, of
has to get
course.
done, because it's just expanding. And now in every little chunks of the city, there's like there's this embankments where so it's not just in downtown, it's spreading. You go to the valley, they've got an area.
Everywhere.
You go to East LA now, they've got areas where
Yep.
it's just growing. And with that comes crime, right? It comes
Yes.
with a lot of things.
A lot of things.
And
So
something's got to get done. But I guess when Elvino George stands for something, right? You will expect some real change in regards to the housing crisis.
so what are you insinuating? You're gonna be mayor or something? Is that what
Who's
you're
to say?
insinuating?
Who's to say? I've got aspirations.
Well, maybe you should run for mayor then. Instead of
Uh,
maybe you should run for mayor and then instead of like helping out what's her name, Karen Bassett. Why don't you
so
run
so
for mayor
so so
yourself?
when I lived in Hawthorne, right? I told
Mhm.
you this. The mayor went to Cal State Long Beach. He got his master's there.
Uh,
Right. So, wherever I go, I try to, build relationships with, the city folks. Out here, I've seen the mayor a little bit here and there. Don't really have a relationship yet, but
Moval?
yeah, Mobile. Eventually I will, right?
Yeah.
Eventually I will. And we'll see. We'll see.
I would like to run for Congress. You know what I mean? Like US
Well, you got
Congress.
you got to start. You got to start from your local city councils. You got to start
Yeah, I
somewhere.
don't want to do all that.
And it's not much to it. But here's the thing
It's
though,
kind of
like
boring to
I'm
me.
supporting a young family right now,
Yeah.
and public service is a sacrifice, man.
It is.
Because what are they going to pay you, right? It's an
Nothing.
actual, yeah. Like,
Peanuts.
what are these city? Yes, you have a lot of influence. Yes, you make a lot of connections, but what do they pay these guys? $80,000?
Yeah,
Not
the
even.
guy, the people that become like U.S. congressmen or state congress, they're wealthy people. They have their own businesses and they just want to run for political office. So you need to make some more money of it, if you want to, be in the
Yeah.
political
Hey,
realm.
listen, I've got age on my side, right? Look at this face,
You're
man.
getting old, dude.
Right? Look at this face, right?
I look
No
at my
wrinkles,
face.
no pimples. Look at that, right? I got the looks. I got it. I got the background. You know what I mean? Like I
That's
got the
good.
red.
Well, then keep on working.
I got the like our listeners and our viewers are like they're turning the TVs off right now. They're like, look at this guy.
They're laughing. They're like, this guy's on crack. He's just be
Like he
man.
can't get enough of himself. Hey, I'm just channeling
No,
my
they're like, look at this dude who has a poster of himself back there.
I am channeling my inner Francisco, you know.
Let's
Anyway, let's move
transition.
on. Hey, you
Move on
wanted
to
to talk
Mr.
about Joe Rogan. What's the deal?
Okay, so you know, I mean, it sounds like COVID's getting better, right? Uh, every time I go on CNN, even in the news, the COVID infection rate's going down. I think 11%. The reason I want to talk about Joe Rogan, obviously, because He's one of the most popular podcasters, and we have our own podcast. Our podcast is like, we're like nobodies compared to him. He has 200 million followers. So the one thing about him is another thing is that he moved to Texas, right? Because he wanted to get out of California. Oh my God, California is so evil. So he's a I guess it's honest. I mean, I guess we can say that he's a Republican or conservative because he acts like one. So he moved to Texas, very conservative state, and he constantly is informing it. I mean, he's constantly talking to his viewers and saying it. He's an anti-vaxxer. Um, I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts about? I mean, I know you had reservations on the vaccination. He's like strongly anti-vaxxer. Are you still anti-vaxxer? I mean, you got vaccinated, but it's like you didn't really want to.
I did. I did get
Like your
vaccinated.
wife made you.
No one makes me do anything I
You
don't
got
want.
punked by your wife. Shut up.
No,
Dead.
no one makes me listen. No
Don't
one
start
makes,
because the woman, the wife, the woman, man, she's the queen, man. She
listen.
controls all the power in that household, bro.
Listen,
I hate to say it, but
she heavily influences my behavior and my decisions, but
yeah.
understand that no one, right, makes me do what I don't want to do, right?
Yeah, okay.
We got to understand that, right? Because
Okay.
she influences it, like she's got major influence,
She has big influence, bro.
major influence,
Big.
right?
All right.
And however, right, I don't think she would want me to do anything I don't want to do either, because then I'm not going to put my all into it. And then,
Right.
So the vaccines, right? If, say, God forbid, Francisco gets sick right now, yes?
Yeah, I'm kind of sick.
And you end up in the hospital right now, yes?
Ooh.
And you're incubated, yes?
If I end up in the hospital, I know I'm gonna die.
No, don't say that, brother. Be careful what you say. Words matter. So think about that, right? You get incubated. Like, do you get to choose what they put in you, like the medication and all that? Or are you just telling them, save my life?
I'm telling them to save my life, obviously, but what's the likelihood of me surviving that incubation?
And that's
Very
my
small.
point with these. That's my point with the anti-vaxxers, right? Like, these people want to say, well, I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's like, stop. If you end up in the hospital today, you don't care what's in the vaccine. You're just begging, give me anything to save my life. So
Yeah.
what's the point? Like, folks are taking it, like, we're not growing horns, are we? Not yet.
No.
Right? Exactly.
I mean, I'm not. I feel great.
What I'm not going to do is take all these extra boosters. It's a waste of time.
No, I'm gonna take a booster. So, I mean, Joe Rogan had I don't know if you heard of the CNN's Sanjay Gupta. Is that how you say his name?
Is a chief MD.
Yeah. So he's obviously a doctor. And I mean, the doctors are always going to promote vaccination. I mean,
Science.
the science, whatever.
Right.
I heard. I mean, I listened to the podcast. I think that the main issue was that because CNN obviously CNN has an agenda, obviously, right? Like all the other media outlets, they have a narrative, right? So the I'm a strong viewer. I mean, I watch a lot of CNN, so I watch the other outlets. I watch MSNBC, even Fox, and one of the things is like I saw the narrative that they're trying to, that they were doing to Joe. They're making it seem like, he had some valid points. He said, like, I guess one of the things that came out on CNN is that, okay, he was like, I would rather get COVID first and then get vaccinated.
Who said
Something like that. He made a comment like that. Because they're saying get vaccination and so you won't get COVID. But his argument's like, well, people that are vaccinated get COVID. So why am I going to get vaccinated? He said, I'd rather get COVID first and then get vaccinated because I have the antibodies in my body already. And then with the shot, I guess it's going to be, I don't know. I guess that's why that's where the controversy was created. And then CNN also lied about, because another thing that they lied about is that they say that he was taking horse tranquilizers or something like that. Because when he got COVID, he was like Trump. They gave him a bunch of like um I guess antibody. I don't know, these medications that that people that have money. There's people that have money, they can get other remedies and medications that we don't know about because we're
Yeah,
poor.
they got all these concoctions and all that stuff.
Yeah. So he got, when he was on COVID, he got a lot of that stuff. But, CNN made it seem like he was taking like horse tranquilizers or horse injections or some crap. So that was the issue. And they talked about that on the podcast and saying, why does CNN how can you work for an employer that just straight up lies, just makes up false narratives? And Sanjay's like, I don't know why they did that. I mean, he had nothing to say. I mean, he knows. I think we all know that, these media, like, I guess in a sense, Trump does have a point where it says, false news, fake news, fake news, fake news. Some of it is fake, because they obviously have a narrative, and some of it is real, real journalism and real news. It just we're at a point we can't stick with that stuff anymore, right? I don't know. Is that how you feel?
Listen, like at some point, and I think the whole backlash is happening because of who Joe Rogan is,
Well, yeah.
right? And because there's so many other folks that are taking the stance that he's taking and not getting the heat that he's getting, right?
Well,
I think he's only getting what he's getting because of who he is and where he stands in the political spectrum. So it's overblown. Like you said, all these media houses have agendas.
Yeah. A lot of the anti-vaxxers, though, I've been hearing a lot of news, they're dying, bro.
They are.
They're dying.
They are. And listen, like, look, and I've said it almost sounds like a cliche now. Choices have rewards and consequences. You got to understand that. I live my life by that. And God forbid, and I pray every day the bad choices that I make for the consequences not to hurt me. But understand that they have consequences. When you make a choice, because God gives us free will, right?
Right.
To the ability to make choices, to make our own choices, right? When we do good things, we get rewarded. When we do bad things, we face consequences. It's a very simple principle to go by. If you choose not to take the vaccine, that's fine. You choose not to take the vaccine, it's fine. I don't get mad, angry, blah, blah, blah. It's selfish because you're exposing your family and folks around you. I get that. But put it this way. I said something and some folks got mad. I'm like, listen, if you are not looking for like more research, trying to get more educated on the vaccine, you're straight up saying no, you're not going to take the vaccine and you get sick and you end up in the hospital, guess who's not going to go visit you? Me. You've made a choice. I'm not going there because you made a choice. Now deal with the consequence.
Well, yeah.
Listen, it took me a while to take the vaccine because I was intentionally like trying to find out, like get answers and all that stuff, looking at reactions because we don't know anything about this thing. But guess what? I've always taken vaccines since I was a baby. Bro. Do you think I was telling the doctor at a year old, don't give me vaccine, I want to know what's in the vaccine, blah, blah, blah? No, it's nonsense.
Yeah, those questions you don't ask when you're a kid. You're just like scared because you can get a needle in your arm.
Polio vaccines, all these
vaccines
that we took. Like
I hated that crap because you're getting the needle in your arm.
Dude, I took so many needles, it's not even funny.
Okay, let's transition to Mr. Colin Powell. What do you think? What are your thoughts on Mr. Colin Powell?
What a great, listen, there's something that is about servant leadership, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, over the last 3 to 4 decades, we haven't had someone in this country that epitomizes what servant leadership means, right? Mm-hmm. out that that's not Colin Powell. Like Colin Powell, I mean, has shaped our foreign policy for the better part of the last 20 years. Remember now, he rose through the ranks in the 80s and was an instrumental figure all the way from the first George Bush.
Well, I mean, I remember him from Desert Storm, right?
There you go. That's where he made his name. That's where he became who he really is, right? And I mean, he's a leader. I mean, he's got so many quotes, man. It's not even funny. As a matter of fact, you know, I think for today's Vino Inspires, I'll give you a double. I'll give you what I had planned, and I'll give you one of Colin Powell's famous quotes. But I think, you know, and this is what I liked about him, because Colin Powell took a lot of flack from the African American community.
Right. I know.
Right.
I remember those jokes we used to have.
Right. Because, you know, he was more lighter, you know, he kind of, you know, connected on both sides, right? And he was a Republican. So there's a lot of folks that call him Uncle Tom, blah, blah, blah. He's a sellout. But what this man had principles, right? And he actually voted for Barack Obama.
Well,
I don't know if you remember that.
Why wouldn't he?
Why?
No, because he's a conservative.
Why should he? Like, so you're one of those guys that because he's black, he should have voted for Obama.
Why not?
Oh my God. Listen. That is why we're gonna have issues in governance down the line. You cannot just vote. So in the 2006, is it 2008 primaries?
Yeah.
I worked for the Clinton campaign. Against Obama. I absolutely did. I thought,
what did you do? Go get coffee for him or what?
I thought, listen, I still believe we haven't seen anyone from my time understanding politics. We have not seen anyone that has aspired for that office as prepared as Hillary. I still believe that to this day.
I agree with you, but it's just
her resume just speaks for itself.
She just was hated, bro.
Yeah, she's a woman. She's a female.
That's
and I think that counted against her.
Well, basically, yeah, it's because she's a female.
Folks were willing, put it this way, folks were willing to put Donald Trump in office with all the baggage that he carried rather than elect a woman. That tells you about the state of America, right? In regards to gender equality.
Yeah, I know. The thing about Colin is that, you know, he died of COVID complications.
Yeah, but remember now he was fighting cancer, so he was susceptible to.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He was, and I don't know if he took the vaccine. He's a guy that believes in science, so more than likely he did, or maybe because of cancer, they never gave it.
I wonder, you know, I should look that up. I you know, I didn't even bother looking that up. I was just like, man, another COVID death. It's just sad.
That's a big one. It's a big one. It's a big
another person that was in the hospital was Bill Clinton.
Yeah. And you want to talk about a loved politician, right? And
Bill Clinton's
love him because, like, African Americans love him for whatever, right?
I don't know why.
Huh?
Why African Americans love Bill Clinton so much? Why?
Everybody loves that guy. Yeah,
why
because he was very successful in office, and even his adversaries love him because he's so controversial in regards to his personal life.
Job.
You know,
and
he was out here in Orange County in UC Irvine.
Yeah, but I mean, he's old now. So I read that he was released, I think yesterday.
Was okay. I knew they were observing him, and
I was kind of like, man, he might pass away, because I mean, he looks really old when you see him on the, you know, in the clips and stuff like that.
Who?
Bill Clinton. He looks old,
really?
Dude. He looks like an old man.
Wow.
Have you seen him in some of the clips?
I haven't seen a picture of him recently.
Oh man, I seen him when he was campaigning for Joe Biden, and you know, he looked old. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting old,
I
bro.
think Mr. Biden is the best.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
well,
We have here
let's round this up. I know you don't want to talk about it, but you know I want to talk about it. How about Los Dodgers?
what? Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to talk about the Dodgers. First of all, the
You go
Braves are like
down.
fighting for their
You,
lives, like for the first two games where they could
you
they
are
should be.
going down.
No, 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 we're not. No, we're not. Because we were in the same situation last year. We were actually
Sweet,
down 2-0.
sweet,
We
sweet.
go and we win one in LA, and then we lose game 4, and it was 3-1. And then after that, we won all the games after that.
Hey, this is
Dodgers in 6.
a lot. Dodgers.
Dodgers in 6. We're not losing anymore. I'm sorry.
Mucho crazy.
Did you watch the games? First of all,
I don't watch
first of all,
Dodger games. That's
well, I
first.
did. Okay.
Yeah,
They're basically walk off like singles that these guys are literally desperately fighting for their lives in their own home.
hey,
Okay.
a
And
W
they
is a
got
W.
lucky both games. They did, dude. They got
A
lucky, bro.
W is a W. Right now, you're in
Dodgers in
panic
6.
mode.
Dodgers in 6. I'm not worried.
Los
If the
Dodgers.
Dodgers lose in LA tomorrow, then I'll be concerned. I'm not
Oh,
worried.
when is the game tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow. Yes, it should be tomorrow because
Yeah,
the Red Sox and Astros play the Cheaters. The Red Sox and the Cheaters play tonight. The Cheaters.
Oh, is it game 7?
No, it's game 4. No, game 3. Wait a minute. Yeah, game 3 because it was tied 1-1. It's game 3.
So the Astros won.
Okay, so the Astros were playing in Minute Maid Park in Houston, and the Red Sox won game 2. So, and the Red Sox should have won game 1 because when I was watching game 1, the Red Sox were winning like 5-1, and I was like, oh, this game's done. And then I saw the highlights, and I'm like, dude, they lost. They lost game 1, and then they won game 2 with the 2 grand slams. I think the Red Sox are going to take it. I don't know.
That would be interesting to have Dodgers and Boston again, 2 big cities. No,
Yeah.
but get that. Come on,
or
Atlanta.
Dodgers and Astros.
Come on, Atlanta. The 8.
What about all the Angels? Look, I'm not surprised that every Angel fan that I know wants the Braves to win. I don't know why, because there are a bunch of haters, and the Angels haven't won anything. I don't even think they've had a winning season like in 10 years. So of course, all the Angel haters are gonna talk smack and say, "Oh my God,
Los Dodgers
haters, bro."
Hey, call it
Dodgers
what you
in
want.
6. I'm not worried. Dodgers in 6.
You said I'm not worried. I know you are.
I'm not concerned. Seriously, I was upset because they should have won both games.
Los Dodgers.
2-0 Dodgers, baby. We're going on for a sweep.
Talk to me. What we got next?
Okay, so I mean, there's gonna be, let's see. You haven't seen this series on Netflix, Squid Game, huh? So,
Never heard about it.
Man, you should go on Netflix and watch it. It's about it's like a Korean series. It's Korean. It's subbed in English and Spanish and all the languages. It's one of the most popular Netflix series right now. And it's about this dude that he gets recruited to play this game, and he's gonna win money. But you just gotta watch it, bro. It's crazy. It's a crazy.
I really gotta check it out.
I couldn't stop watching it. Seriously. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is stupid, Squid Game," and I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta keep on watching the series." And it's one of the most popular in the world on Netflix. It has like, I don't even know how many people viewing it in different, like 40 different countries, bro. So I recommend you watch it.
I gotta check it out. I really gotta check it out and see. Never heard about it. Squid Game. So it's an actual series?
Huh? Yes, it's a Netflix series. You should watch it.
Hey, do you watch Power Book?
Power Book?
Off of Stars?
No, what is that?
You've never watched, have you seen Power, the show off of Stars?
Oh, I heard about it. No, I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I heard about that show.
You've never watched Power?
Never. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I
Check it
just
out.
never had time to watch it.
You got a lot of time. Stop. Check it out.
All right, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go
What?
to any Halloween COVID parties? Halloween COVID parties?
No, actually, on Halloween day, I'm going to the Charger New England game.
Oh, you are?
Yep. I didn't sell those tickets. I kept it. So it'll be the first time. Like,
So you're
using
gonna go to
my-
the Patriots Charger game?
Yeah, yeah. Why not?
Wow, that's like the worst game to go to.
Why?
Why wouldn't you go to the Tom Brady one with the Buccaneers?
No.
First of all, have you even gone to a
Charger?
Charger game this year?
No, I've sold all my tickets.
Oh, jeez, you're a sorry ass fan.
That
Seriously.
is, I'm not a Charger fan. I'm a businessman. I'm going to the game because no one wanted to buy those tickets.
That's why. So why buy the tickets? I don't get it.
What?
Oh, because you're trying to make money. Is that what it is? You made money off these
Duh.
tickets? Wow, what a goof.
It
You're
took
the
you a
worst
minute
Charger.
to figure that
That's
one
the
out, right?
that's the problem with Charger fans, man. You get no wonder, man. No wonder.
I'm not a Charger fan. I'm actually more of a Rams fan than a Charger
Oh,
fan.
you're sorry. You're sorry, bro.
Hey, but the Chargers are pretty good though.
They are. They lost though. They got destroyed this weekend. But yeah, they're all right.
I got to get my Charger. I've got a Charger like sweatshirt, but it's huge. I think it's like your size. I'll give it to you if you want it.
I like the Chargers. I'll give it to me. I'll give it to my sister. She's a Vino Charger fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You know,
she's a
someone came
Charger
up to
fan.
me today at work. I'm like, oh, I heard you're a Charger fan. I was like, not quite, but they're like, oh yeah, we go to the games, we tailgate. I'm like, okay, I'll be over there. You know, I'll be in LA that day, and you know, it'll be fun.
Wow.
Everybody that sees my seats, they're like, dude, those seats are awesome.
You're going
It's
to the
right by
game
the
because you
buffet.
didn't sell the ticket. It's embarrassing,
Huh?
bro. I thought we were going to go to the Kansas City Charger game.
Yeah, but I
Did
have
you
that.
sell
I
it?
haven't.
You sold those
No,
tickets
no.
already?
No, so I still have Kansas City. I still have New England.
Uh-huh.
I still have one more.
One more.
The Broncos. The Broncos. I have the Broncos. Everything else is sold.
All right. Well, let me know if you want to go to the game. I'll go with you.
Oh yeah, you know, the Kansas City one. If I get big money for it, I'll give you the Broncos one. But if not, we'll go to the Kansas City one.
All right. I don't care as long as we go to the game.
Yeah.
Just a quick update in sports. Houston 0-0, top of the second, 1 out, 0-0 game. Also, NFL, Buffalo Bills are playing in Tennessee. It's 0-0 right now in
Hey, the Bills are pretty good.
first quarter. Huh?
The Bills are pretty good.
Yeah, they're 4-1, and yeah, Tennessee's pretty good too. They're 3-2. They lost a couple games, but I mean,
They're pretty good.
I don't
All
know.
right,
It's
come
gonna be
on.
a good game tonight.
Line me up. Line me up. Let's get some Vino Inspires. Hey, just want to do a plug in on November 13th. Obviously, our friend right here is turning 50, right? You.
Me? I'm not turning 50, you goof.
But it's his birthday. So and obviously, as you can see behind me, I've got a leadership inspirational business on the side. Vino Inspires. We're doing a relaunch of the whole business of our website. It's going to be on a boat, on a yacht at the Marina Del Rey. So tickets are limited. If you're interested, please get with Francisco. Sorry, that's my little Monty-Poo just.
You know, rat dog.
She needs my attention. Keish. Shh.
We on our way to.
Oh, you want me to start right now? No, all right.
Yeah,
You
go
still
ahead.
playing?
Line me up.
We
Yeah,
on
let's
our
go.
way to get all of our blessings. It's in the way you pray.
All right, Mr. Vino
Okay.
Inspires.
All right, so you ready for this? Right.
Yeah.
This is by Stephen Covey, right? He says, sheltering people from natural consequences teaches irresponsibility. Sheltering people from natural consequences teaches irresponsibility. What do you think about that?
No. Say it again. Go ahead. Say it again.
Sheltering people, covering people from natural consequences teaches irresponsibility.
Oh,
In layman's terms, right? If you have someone and they touch a fire, they make the choice to touch a fire, they should get burned so they can learn, right? When you shelter them from facing the consequence of their decision or action, then you're teaching irresponsibility. Make sense?
yes.
There it is.
So what are my thoughts on that?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
So it's like being a mentor. Is that what you're saying? Or as somebody that, suffers consequences, you're helping that person, go through those consequences? Is that what you're
It's
saying?
like you have to, you must be able, you must be able to allow people to go through their natural progression and go through certain things so they understand what those decisions are and they're able to learn from them naturally, right? Shielding them from those consequences, right? So it's like, say you come from a home of affluence, right? And you go and you have a DUI and you kill somebody, and your dad makes a call and say, oh, hey, my son, can you cover him? And you don't go to jail. Guess what? You didn't learn anything. Because guess what you're gonna go do again? You're gonna go drink and drive again because you did not face the consequence of your action. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
There it is.
I know a lot of people that have done that.
And that's why people don't grow. That is one of the biggest factors in why people don't grow, because they're not forced to really go through the consequence and face the decisions of their actions. And really see what that means. So they continue to do the same thing over and over again.
Man, I know a lot of people that have done that, and they don't learn until you have them. Until they go through you're right. Until they go through consequences, that's when they begin to change. And even if they go through consequences, they still don't change them. Some people
they have not gone through, because the ultimate consequence is you do something and you don't and you die. You don't think about, and this is perfect for what we talked about today, right? In regards to getting the vaccine. Science has been established, science backs it up. We've seen, right, from just statistics on what the vaccine does, blah, blah, blah. And some folks are actually saying, I'm still not going to take it. Okay, that's fine. Just understand that the consequence of it, that's why I said what I said, that if you're anti-vaxxer and you end up with the infection, I am not going to the hospital to visit you, because guess what? I'll be enabling you in your bad decision. I love you, right? But you got to learn responsibility.
More likely you're gonna die anyway if you're in the hospital.
I'll pray for you from a distance. I'm just not going there because
nobody's gonna go near you if you have COVID, especially on a ventilator, bro. Trust me.
All right. So in honor of or in celebration of the life of Mr. Colin Powell, I want to give one of his quotes, right? He said this. It said, if you're going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. That's
I agree with that.
Wow, that's huge, right?
I agree with that 100%.
That's huge. And that is spot on. Spot on.
There's a lot of people out there that they have all these big aspirations, but they do nothing about it. You know what I mean? And it's like, woe is me, hard luck story. And I'm like, dude, you didn't do anything about it. You have no ambition. You have no, you don't have any drive. How are you going to be successful? How are you going to make, first of all, everybody's dream is to make money, right? They want to be millionaires. They want to be wealthy. Well, guess what? It takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work. You got to go out there and hustle, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy.
So one of the things is, right? One of the things is, and I tell my staff this all the time, right? Our expectation are typically up here, yes,
Mm-hmm.
right? Our work rate is down here. Right, right. And we expect all these things. I'm gonna do this, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. But then the work rate that we put behind it is down here. You're not fooling anybody. You put in what you get out is what you put in. It's like a computer. You type ABC and you hit print, ABC is gonna come out every
You're
time.
right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
every
I
time.
agree with you 100%, my brother.
Every time. We're gonna revamp this place, man. I'm building a studio, the house. By next month, we'll have a new set,
That's
nice
cool.
background and
You know what I'm doing too? My garage. So I am gonna create a studio in my garage.
oh, okay.
So, we might have some sessions where you come to my house and we'll have we'll be literally right next to each other or right in front of each other. So that's my goal this month or the next
I don't
upcoming
want to
months.
be next to you. You got COVID.
Well, not next. I don't have COVID, but I do want to. I want to work on a studio. Like how you're gonna work on a studio over there. I want to do a studio in my garage, and just so I can do other things that I, creative things that I do, and because right now I'm working out in my bedroom, but I would like to have something, bigger and just have
Yeah,
more,
but you got a
hopefully
big old
cameras.
house. Like you should be able to have an office, like I do.
I do. Yeah, I want to have an office, like I said, like that's why I want to do it down there. So it's there's a lot. My garage, man, it's just so much room, dude.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we can have guests over because we didn't. I would like to have some guests over.
I want to have your what's his name again? Gabriel. I want to have Gabriel back on. I love his views. I also have a few other guests. So I think by our next show, we'll have someone on, right? Even probably for a 15-minute session. We'll do that.
What? Since we were talking about like homelessness, I have an individual that I think you'll like his story, his insight. He works for an agency in downtown LA. We went to USC together, and I would like to have him just kind of like log on and kind of give us his story, his testimony, I guess. Is that what it is? His testimony, is that the right word? So I think his testimony would be interesting. And we can go back to the homeless discussion because he's one of the big players. He came out of Skid Row, and he used to live in Skid Row, believe it or not, like in one of those housing units that they have in Skid Row. And now he works for an agency that helps out people on Skid Row. And he went to USC, so I would like for him to come on board. And then again, I thought you said you had somebody too. Did you have somebody that wanted to come on?
Yeah, no, yeah, I've got quite a few people I want to come on, but the show is only about an hour long, and
yeah,
we gotta be able to
manage our time.
Absolutely. Don't have all day. We have other things that we got going on.
I know.
But good show today, man. Hey, Tesla's doing well, huh?
Ooh.
Tesla's doing well.
I know, man.
I'm happy.
I'm pissed off because I should have bought stock. I'm stupid, man. I could have got it at 400. What is it right now? 7 something?
You could have gotten Tesla at 4, but then again, yeah, I could have too. But
yeah, we all could have. Honestly, I was thinking of putting 10 grand, but I'm like, I don't know the stock market. I don't really like gambling with the stock market. It kind of scares me.
Hey, get on crypto. I
already have crypto.
I found my login. Remember I told you that I had bought some Bitcoin back like.
Do you have Bitcoin?
I do.
How much?
So anyways, I have a partner of mine, I won't mention his name, that always talked about it.
How long ago did you buy it?
This was 2017-ish.
So how much do you have?
And this guy will every day, I'll show it to you. Every day.
How many coins do you have?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh man, that's weak, bro. How are you gonna tell me you have Bitcoin? So what is there multiple coins at least?
it took me, I was actually at work and I started, because you know how you run out of like options to like find it. And I started
Man,
going
I
through
wish I
all
would've
my
Dude.
passwords and I figured it out. So I do have Bitcoin.
Jeez. Oh my God. I wish I had Bitcoin, honestly. But I mean, I have some crypto that, I mean, it's a long
It's
term
not
investment.
much. It's something. It's not
One
like,
coin, half a coin.
hey, it's a quarter more
Sorry,
coin than you
bro.
have.
Shut up. I can about have Bitcoin and you only have like half a coin or one
Hey.
third of a coin.
Hey, it's still better than the zero that you have.
I
Ha.
know, man. I know. I invested in some crypto. I'm not gonna mention which one, but I have some crypto too.
As you
I'm gonna
should.
start mining too. I want to start mining Bitcoin.
There's someone told me
What I wanna
about what is it? Shuba?
Shiba, I have that.
Shiba.
I have Shiba.
Oh yeah, you do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Shiba.
I
Yeah.
have 20 million coins.
Huh?
20 million coins.
Yeah, I got it on the
Which is like $200.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't no, I think I only put like $50 on it.
No, I have more. I have more investment in Shiba, bro.
I don't need $500 million. I don't need that.
I need $20 million. So if it goes to $1, I'm a millionaire, and you're never gonna see me ever again. I'm going to Spain and England. You're not gonna see me, bro.
I don't need that.
If I become a millionaire,
listen.
I'm gone.
I don't need Jeff Bezos' money. I
do. I got a lot of plans.
If I get it, fine. It's okay. Like like financially stable, and I'm able to afford everything that I want, and be able to do anything that I want to do. That's all.
That's good,
I don't need Jeff Bezos' money. Got so much money, you don't even know what to do with it.
He does have a lot of money, yeah. Jeff
Anyway.
Bezos.
All right, good deal. Great show. Welcome
Great
back.
show, man.
About time. It only took you a month. You lazy, you know what? But good to be back.
I know. So our next show is going to be what? Saturday or Sunday? I need to know.
Saturday
morning.
Oh, no. Ooh, I got a funeral to attend on Saturday early. We could do it early, but it's got to be like 6 in the morning.
All right, we'll do it that time.
So that means
unless I'm hungover, bro.
That's why you waste all your money. Hey, guess how much money I spent on alcohol?
0. Yeah, but you're weak, bro. You're a cheapskate.
Well, whatever. Even when I drank, people bought me drinks. I'm not spending money on that stuff. Anyway,
I want to give a plug to my partner, Plant Fit Meals, our new location, brick and mortar. We're in Whittier now, 6701 Greenleaf Avenue in Whittier. So my partner,
you're in a building now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna have some shared space. So we have 2 locations now. We have the 6701 Greenleaf Avenue in Whittier. Go to Plant Fit Meals to see the times, because they vary. He's gonna be there, I believe. You just gotta go on Plant Fit Meals. So remember, we're still in Altadena, in front of a smoke shop. And we're gonna be in Whittier now. Well, we're in Whittier. So Plant Fit Meals, I'm giving my partner in crime, Eddie, a plug. So if you don't have if you have an Instagram, just type up Plant Fit Meals. Okay, and then the schedule is gonna be on there. So you have 2 options. You can go to Altadena or you can go to Whittier. There you go, Vino. What's your excuse now, buddy?
Yeah, I don't go to Whittier. I've got no business there, but
I know.
I gotta support you though, man. So we gotta find a way. We could probably go together.
Let's go, dude. Just let me know when you want to go.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I might just get you some stuff and you can just come by and pick it up.
Yeah, there it is. Friday, I'm gonna spend some time in LA. So
okay. So I'll see if I can get some stuff like to go from Eddie, and then I'll pick it up, and then you can just swing by and get it, so you can try it out.
That works.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, you're gonna love it, bro. All right. So great show. I I missed you a lot, Mr. Alvino. Don't
I
disappear
get
me. Hey, so to our next show next month, November. The next show, November 13th. Live on the
Oh,
road.
it's gonna be an awesome day, man. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna go live. So stay tuned.
That's right. You know what? We should do a show on the boat. No, just kidding.
Well, I'm actually gonna, we'll do something. I'll tell you offline.
We'll be all drunk, dude. Anyways, great show, man. Let's keep on doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Peace out. Peace out.